let's open this up and see what awaits inside. A very nice deck so far. Oh wow, we got a little bit lucky here tonight. That is very, very cool. So let's open up our deck. Where is it? I see a little sticker thing somewhere. It's a little bit thin, so I'm gonna grab the Leatherman real quick. Find a little spot to make a little incision. And here we go. One thing I don't like so far is that the deck actually, or the box, had a little bit of glitter. But anyway, you know what? Not too bad so far. The nice little touch with the tiger print on the suit cards. And let's get into this very lovely back, if I say so myself. So let's shuffle this deck up and begin our first game of the night. And we are just about at our 575th special coming up. So if you're watching this the night of, or relatively soon, and you'd like to see a specific type of deck, let me know, and maybe I'll throw in one of those of our new 5. But if not, no biggie. As for that, please get yourselves nice and comfy, and let's begin our first game of the night. As we start with a 5. Something about these reflective cards just are always so satisfying. Alright, so 2 aces and a play to be made. As we get into this first game, a little question to start it. What is your favorite animal? I remember as a kid, my favorite animal used to be a lion. And obviously that's changed a bit over some time. But cats are still one of my favorite type of animals out there just because they can be so strong and deadly. Yet a big cat is still a cat at heart and playful. Even if the playfulness can be very dangerous. But along with that, as a kid, I think most of us dudes, maybe some, oh wait, so I don't confuse anybody, maybe some few gals out there felt the same about cats, but I was gonna say, most of us dudes enjoyed sharks. I think the most appealing thing about a shark was its teeth. Those always seem so... What was the first thing I would notice when seeing a shark in a book? And it looks so deadly. And I think the coolest sharks, I believe, were a hammer shark, a hammerhead shark, and not a great white. I think it was called a whale shark or a basque shark. I had this book that would describe specifically sharks, the size in meters and feet with a picture diagram. And I think one of them reached like 46 to 60 feet in size. And I'm pretty sure that was the whale shark. And instead of teeth, they had a toothbrush-like mouth. And a very wide one at that. And that was their means of consuming food. Or they, instead of consuming food through the mouth, they could probably consume it through their gills. Just making fun of my stupid statement. Of course it consumes food through the mouth. But there was this other shark where I think it was around 26 feet in size. And I'm pretty sure its proportions were, if this were the middle, it would just keep getting bigger, and at the mouth, it was the largest. And it didn't have any teeth similar to the whale shark, but instead of Brussels, it just had no teeth, or bristles, whatever it is. Brussels sprouts. It would just mainly eat plankton and smaller marine life in large quantities. And it's so interesting learning about different types of sea creatures, their capabilities, as well as their diets. I know one of you out there is thinking, sea creatures aren't animals. Well, good point. But I would say as a kid, I did not know the difference, so I would still call it an animal. Let's see. So, there we go. Did we start off on a high note? Let's find out. No fat stack. There's a king. There's a 6 in this. Let's leave it there, actually. We need to get to that jack. So move that over there. Place down that 10, place down that jack. And unfortunately, it looks like we may have just missed a chance at victory. That doesn't make sense. Oh, it does. Can we 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, jack? Let's see if we can reverse engineer this. Probably not. And we can't. Very tough start to the night, but a good game at that. That sucks. That really sucks, but you know what? Hopefully a sign of what's to come. No cards left unturned. And let's go with the casino shuffle. Back to animal talk. So, where was I? Oh yeah, saying how marine life, a little bit of a brain fart, don't really classify as animals. And I was going to get into how I think mainly or dominantly when males get older, they get more interested in apes, bears, wolves, and creatures that were somewhat predators and allies through the early times of man and woman. So obviously, I like apes as well because they're just so unique and interesting, so dense, strong, and small for their size. Honestly, I would love to have a chimpanzee as a pet, but I know that's probably not the smartest thing to do. And then second, it probably costs a lot of money to do that, which I do not have. Oh no, double tens, not looking good. Bears are interesting, but I think a bear bears as very big dogs. My chocolate Labrador looks exactly like a bear, and I think it's funny. But when you see bears kind of... Oh no, the killer queens are out. When you see bears without their fur, they look very gross, in my opinion. Very lanky and weak, but they are strong. They kind of look like a hybrid between a dog, a cat, and a rat, but with the walking of an ape. So not too interested in bears, but apes, you got me. I remember one of my favorite days as an, I guess, kindergartner was when we went to the zoo. And, okay, we're good. I loved animals so much as a kid. I still do. But not knowing as much or being as exposed to the world made things much more wonderful as a child, as now we have 999s. And honestly, the zoo kinda sucked. But just going there and just kind of seeing, I think, flamingos for the most part. I think the lion was tired or sleeping in its cage, or habitat, I should say. No apes. I think the thing we saw the most of were insects, and that was a bit of a letdown, but it was still fun to go out and see the different types of wildlife there. And also to go back to the little fishies in, I believe, 3rd grade. We did a trip to the Monterey Bay Aquarium, and that one was very fun. And it was also neat seeing which animals other people were interested in. Obviously, I think probably, oh that's unfortunate, end of game number 2. Most of the boys were looking for the sharks, and we didn't really see much. I think there were some sea lions and stuff of the such. And that's it for game number 2, officially. Not many things interesting until the squids came out. And I remember almost all of the girls in the class were right up to the glass watching the jellyfish squids. It was probably jellyfish thinking about it. In complete awe. And back then, we didn't have cell phones or camera cell phones, especially at that age. So a lot of the students, kids, classmates would have those pre-rolled cameras, the cheap ones where you have to roll it and then take a picture. And they were just spamming their pictures at that moment. Do you remember those jellyfish? And all the dudes in the class were just laying back like, I want to see. But just saying, oh, that's lame, instead. Because as a kid, for most boys, you don't want to do things girls do because it might make you look feminine. Or whatever other term you may think as a child. But it was just so funny seeing everyone just take endless pictures of the jellyfish slowly floating up and down in the aquarium. And also on the ride outside there, just kids showing off their cameras, their portable movie players. I think we had a charter bus, so most of us were watching some Disney movie. And I didn't have, what's the word? I didn't have any entertainment, so I was just sleeping on the way there. But from what I remember, everyone was so excited, showing off their new, not HD, but like 360p camera to everybody. And cameras back then were so fun, so cool, so modern and new to a kid, a child's mind. And I think the next year my parents got a camera and I just fell in love with it. I took it to school. I filmed a lot of my pets, baseball stuff, just endless fun with something so simple. Anyway, back to the aquarium. I remember leaving there and thought, you know what? It kinda sucks knowing that there are a lot of animals stuck inside of a habitat away from their home. Because when you get bored, or when I got bored of the class, or just, yeah, I guess bored's the right word, I would feel a little bit homesick. And I thought about the animals feeling homesick, but not knowing what home was. And that bummed me out a little bit. And I thought about that with the zoo. Then just on the ride back, I was just thinking about that while trying to sleep. It's kind of messed up in a way. I think most of us can acknowledge that. But that's something neither here or there, as we keep making plays, but we're missing, ultimately, what we would need. Oh, wait a second. Can't do anything. I'm hoping we can get that black king, and we'll wait for this. Next time we won't wait for it. Come on, black king, where are you at? There you are, you handsome beast. And we wait. So now, 1, 2. We place that 2. Don't play that queen, trust me. We place that 2 in our first fat stack of the night. 5. And now we'll put ourselves in a good chance as we put down that ace, queen, jack. Oh, I probably should have went that jack, but actually it might have saved us. And another king. Place down our 2, 3 combo. Throw out a 9. And things are beginning to look a little bit bleak again for our game. So let's do a thorough check. Thankfully there's somewhere for that 8. Somewhere to put this 7. Drop that king. Thankfully we got that queen. And now we have a spot for our last king. Now what? I just realized we had quadruple 6s on the field. And let's put that one there. 7. 6. Last king, and unfortunately it looks like we'll come up just a bit short again. Nowhere for that 5, only to move this 6, but nowhere else to make a play. On to game number 4, only adding a fat stack to this one. And let's get into rating this deck at the moment, as we flip and see which cards were left unturned. the shiny gold. The front of the cards, nice touches throughout. Nothing wowing, just better than average. They are better than average, not just better than average. The only fault with this deck would be the cards are very, they're not meant to last. They have a lot of bend after one shuffle. The box is a little annoying with the glitter, but all and all, I would say, let's think on this one. Great designs. Alright feel. Poor durability. Poor box. You know what? It's just gonna have to get a 7. I would like to go higher, but the cards are just they have too much give to mold. Not meant for playing too often. Just another tough start, it looks like. Low 4s, not a sign of a high card. And yeah, I had a feeling about that one. Okay, here we go. I can't believe, I know I said it in one of our previous ones not too long ago, but that we're almost at 575 videos, solitaire videos. And it's, at this point, it's fun. It's tough. And that was very tough right there. I'm just waiting for 600. I look to my left and I look to my right. Look straight ahead and up. And I'm surrounded by decks. It's a fun thing. It's a little bit of a high mountain to climb. In a sense, it could feel like the walls are closing in. But knowing that you're here, those of you who watch pretty much every night, makes it so much more rewarding as we have triple 4s. My goodness. And I'm not gonna lie, the past, I think, 3 weeks have been pretty bad for the channel. Channel meaning new people joining and viewership. It's a little bumming in a sense, but then I remind myself of the people who are here, meaning you, and just how rewarding that is, that we're going through this journey together. It just really, I don't know, I think I need to manage this back and forth little feeling a little better. But right now it's a little bit of a swing and we're going up. At least I'm going up. Trying to rationalize stuff. As these games are just brutal. So many triplets, and I think it's time for a thorough check. Nowhere for that 2, king, 4, 2, and jack. On to our final game. Let's see if we can wrap up with a win. Anyway, it's just I want to do more with this channel, but first, the 1000 has to get out of the way. I feel like a weight will be lifted off the chest. But then there's lots of uncertainties we had. Triple aces, and some doubles left unturned. I think you get the point. I'm excited for what's to come. Trying to get through these final 327 Solitaire videos. So finally, within a year, I know it sounds so crazy, but I know I'll feel so much better when it's done. Looking back at all of the amazing people like yourself who have joined and been part of this. But for those of you who watch every night, just know how much I appreciate you. And you make doing this so much easier. And give me a little more inspiration. Externally, that's needed a lot. At points. Alright. And with that being said, time to plug my new merch. I'm just kidding, obviously. Alright. Doesn't look too promising, but on the bright side, a black 6 and a black jack could take us far. There's the black 6. Show us the black jack. I said black jack. And we have triple queens once again. Yeah, this is just gonna be a tough one tonight. But when they're tough, the victories are so much better. Ooh, okay, I don't even remember seeing a black jack in our hand. 10. Now I'm worried about this game. Oh, that could be. Oh my gosh. You know what? Let's do first instinct. Just because we don't want to overthink it. But those darn 50-50 situations that sway games are so annoying. Oh yes. There we go. This might be our moment where the game shifts drastically. Drop that 10-9-8 combo down to 2. Let's say if we get a king. And what else we could do? Dang it. Double dang it. There's a king. He came a little late, but better late than never. Alright. I don't know. I don't think that was enough to change things. Nowhere for that 6. Nowhere for that 3 still. Nowhere for that 9. And lastly, nowhere for that 6. The only 2s on the... Oh, wait a second. I'm a little blind. Oh no. Oh, wait a second. 2. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Let's see if the cards changed enough. I think you saw it, but I did not quite yet. Nowhere for that 6, 5, 7, or 6. Dang it. What a tough one. All around tonight. If you made it to this point and you're still awake, bravo. If you made it to this point at all, double bravo, because that was tough. But despite that, we have added a new lovely deck to the collection. I think I need to do another collection video soon. I need to start organizing these things better, but anyway, that will be it for tonight. I hope you enjoyed. Tough one, but we'll be right back at it next time. The King of the Tigers. Well, obviously not the King of Solitaire at this point. Please have yourself a relaxing remainder of your night. Many, many sweet dreams, and until we meet again, stay safe and eat your fruits and vegetables.